To brighten the model's eyes, we will be working again with the curves adjustment layer. So let's move over and add another adjustment layer, curves. And now we will be focusing on model's eyes. So let's zoom in and let's sample from the brightest and darkest area as well. Let's zoom in a little bit more. I'm selecting the targeted adjustment tool from the properties panel, sampling in the bright area in the eye and in the dark area. Now I will be pulling upwards the first control point that is representing highlights. So I can really pull it high. Remember that these adjustments will be applied only to the eyes. So don't worry about rest of the image. We don't need to look at the face or the background because I will mask this layer further. So I might keep this point around this position. Let's now zoom out a bit and let's mask this layer because I don't want to have these changes applied that strongly in the whole image. So let's click on the mask, let's hit Command I to invert the mask, and I will be painting now on the black mask with a brush with white color to reveal those adjustments. Opacity 20 is fine. I might go for 60. I just hit 6 on my keyboard just to make these highlights stronger. Now I am hitting 2 again to go for opacity 20 and just in a very subtle way work on these highlights. I might make his cheek a little bit brighter as well. I'm hitting Command Z, it was too strong. Now I'm hitting 1 to change opacity to 10 and in a very subtle way make those highlights still a little bit stronger. If I would be working with the brush at opacity 40 or 60, I just want to show you as an example. Now I have 60. These changes will be too strong. It's better to work with lower opacity, like 10 or 20, depending on the area of the image, and in a very subtle way just build them up by applying several times rather than having one stroke of the brush with harsh edges. It's very important when you are working with masks to blend them, to make those changes seamless, because if we would be working with higher opacity, with stronger brush, then those changes would look very artificial and you could see immediately that the image was really badly photoshopped. Okay, so that way we made the highlights much stronger. I would like to make these midtones in the eyes a little bit brighter as well. So I'm going to click on this icon representing adjustment layer, and that way I have the properties window back. And now I will be sampling from this area around here to make these midtones in the eye a little bit brighter, and maybe that one as well. Okay, so now I added these 2 control points to my curve, and if I will move them upwards, it will make these midtones a little bit brighter. I am actually going to remove the second point that I have added. So by clicking on it, I have selected it. Now it is full. The other points are just little frames. That one is filled in. Once I have it selected, I'm hitting delete on my keyboard and I got rid of this point. So let's move this one a little bit upwards and maybe that one as well to avoid this drastic bending of the curve. Okay, we made the highlights in the face too strong. The eyes are looking better, so I'm just going to continue working on the mask. I just clicked on the mask and I will be now painting with a black color to make these highlights less visible. So I need to hit X to swap my color samples, hit B to get brush, decrease size of the brush, and I will go for opacity 20. Just hit 2 on my keyboard, and I just want to bring these shadows back. Okay, so the eyes are looking much better, but I don't want to brighten these shadows. I want to keep the face nice and three-dimensional. So let's toggle on and off. Okay, I would like to make this eyelid a bit darker. So by painting with a black color, I'm bringing the mask back. Now I will swap the colors. I'm going to hit X on my keyboard. That way I swap these color samples, and I will be painting with a white color and revealing the changes. I just want to make the eyes a bit brighter. I'm going to hit 4 on the keyboard to go for 40. Okay. Let's toggle on and off. The eyes are looking fine. Rest of the face is fine as well. Maybe the neck is a little bit still too bright. So I have my brush selected. I'm hitting X on the keyboard, swapping color samples, increasing size of the brush, opacity 10 is fine, and just to make this part a little bit brighter. Okay, perfect. So that way we have adjusted the general light and shadow with the S-shaped curve. Then we worked on the face, and at this stage in this video we worked on the model's eyes, and we enhanced light on the face as well. Now we are ready to move ahead and work a bit on the model's hair in the next video.